Emma Rodriguez clutched her 7-year-old daughter Sofia's hand as they sat in the sterile waiting room of Manhattan General Hospital. The little girl's fever had spiked to 104 degrees that morning, and Emma's heart hammered against her ribs like a trapped bird. "Mommy, I'm scared," Sofia whispered, her small voice barely audible above the hum of fluorescent lights. Emma squeezed her daughter's burning hand gently. "I know, mi amor. The doctors are going to help you feel better, okay?" But Emma knew the truth, that Sofia couldn't understand. They had no insurance. Emma's paycheck from the diner barely covered rent and groceries. One emergency room visit could financially destroy them both. 3 hours earlier, Emma had been rushing to get Sofia ready for school when the thermometer showed the terrifying number, 104.2 degrees. Sofia's eyes were glassy, her skin burning hot to the touch. "I feel funny, Mommy," Sofia had mumbled from her bed, clutching her stuffed elephant. "Everything's spinning." Emma's hands trembled as she called in sick to work. Again, Maria, her manager at Tony's diner, wouldn't be understanding. This was the 3rd time in 2 months. "I'm sorry, but Sofia is really sick," Emma had explained into the phone. "Emma, honey, I feel for you, but I got a business to run," Maria said with a sigh. "Customers are complaining about being short-staffed. I'm gonna have to cut your hours if this keeps happening." Emma's stomach dropped. Fewer hours meant less money. Less money meant she couldn't think about that now. Sofia needed a doctor. The taxi ride to the hospital had cost $23. Emma didn't have. She'd borrowed it from the emergency coffee can she kept hidden in the kitchen cabinet, the one marked Sofia's college fund, in her careful handwriting. Now, sitting in this waiting room, Emma calculated desperately in her head. The emergency room visit would cost at least $800. Blood tests, maybe an IV, doctor consultation fees. Sofia Rodriguez, a nurse in purple scrubs, appeared at the doorway. Emma's heart jumped. "That's us," Emma said, helping Sofia to her feet. The walk down the long hospital corridor felt like a march toward Judgment Day. Dr. Jennifer Walsh was younger than Emma had expected, maybe early 30s, with kind eyes behind wire-rimmed glasses. She knelt down to Sofia's eye level immediately. "Hi, sweetheart. I'm Dr. Walsh. Can you tell me how you're feeling?" Sofia looked at her mother uncertainly. "My head hurts," she whispered, "and I feel hot." Dr. Walsh nodded seriously, as if Sofia had given her crucial medical information. "That's very helpful. Thank you for telling me." She began her examination with gentle efficiency, temperature, blood pressure, listening to Sofia's heart and lungs. "Has she been eating normally?" Dr. Walsh asked Emma. Emma hesitated. The truth was complicated. Sofia had been eating less lately, but that might have been because there was less food in the house. Emma had been skipping meals herself to make sure Sofia ate enough. "She's been a little picky," Emma said carefully. Dr. Walsh made notes on her tablet. "Any vomiting? Diarrhea?" "No vomiting. Maybe a little stomach upset yesterday." "I'd like to run some blood work," Dr. Walsh said, "just to rule out any infections, and we should get some fluids into her." Emma's mouth went dry. "How much will that cost?" Dr. Walsh looked up from her tablet, studying Emma's face. "Are you our insurance carrier?" "We don't have insurance right now," Emma admitted, her cheeks burning with shame. A brief shadow crossed Dr. Walsh's expression. "I see. Let me talk to our financial counselor and see what options we have." Emma nodded. but she already knew the options. Pay what she couldn't afford, or leave with a sick child. In the hallway outside Sofia's room, Dr. Walsh found herself thinking about the young mother's worried face. She'd seen that look before, the fear that went beyond medical concerns, financial desperation. Jennifer Walsh had grown up in a similar situation. Her own mother, Linda, had been a single parent, working 2 jobs just to keep food on the table. Jennifer remembered waiting in emergency rooms as a child, watching her mother's face crumble when presented with bills they couldn't possibly pay. Dr. Walsh, the financial counselor, Mrs. Chen, appeared beside her. "You asked about payment options for room 7? "Yes. Single mother. No insurance. The child needs blood work and IV fluids." Mrs. Chen pulled up the file on her tablet. "Standard protocol is payment up front or payment plan arrangement. For uninsured patients, we're looking at about $1,200 for what you've ordered." $1,200. Jennifer knew that would be devastating for someone already struggling. What about charity care? Patient would need to apply, provide financial documents, proof of income. Process takes 2 to 3 weeks. Jennifer looked through the small window into Sofia's room. The little girl was lying very still, her mother stroking her hair and whispering something in Spanish. 2 to 3 weeks was no help for a child who needed treatment today. "Thank you, Mrs. Chen. I'll handle it." Jennifer made a decision that went against every hospital protocol she'd been trained to follow. Back in Sofia's room, Emma was singing quietly in Spanish, a lullaby her own mother had sung to her years ago in Puerto Rico before everything fell apart. "Duerme, mi niña. Duerme sin temor." Sofia's eyelids were heavy, but she was fighting sleep. Emma could see the fear in her daughter's dark eyes. "Mommy, are we in trouble?" Sofia asked suddenly. Emma's throat tightened. "What do you mean, my amor? You looked scared when you talked to the doctor. Are we in trouble because I got sick?" The question broke something inside Emma's chest. Her 7-year-old daughter was worried about being a burden, about causing financial problems by getting sick. "Oh, sweetheart," Emma whispered, leaning down to kiss Sofia's forehead. "You are never, ever in trouble for being sick. Mommy's job is to take care of you, no matter what." "But you looked worried." Emma took a shaky breath. "Grown-ups worry about grown-up things, but you don't ever worry about that. Okay? You just focus on feeling better." Dr. Walsh appeared in the doorway with a nurse carrying IV supplies. "Good news," Dr. Walsh said with a smile. "We're going to get some fluids into Sofia and run those blood tests. Maria here is going to take great care of you." Emma stood up, her heart racing again. "Doctor, about the payment arrangements." "All taken care of," Dr. Walsh said quickly. "Don't worry about that right now." Emma frowned. "I don't understand." "Sometimes the hospital has programs for families in transition. You just focus on Sofia." It was a lie. Jennifer Walsh was paying for Sofia's treatment herself, but Emma didn't need to know that. As Maria, the nurse, prepared Sofia's IV, Emma stepped into the hallway with Dr. Walsh. "I need to understand what this is going to cost," Emma said firmly. "I can't just accept charity without knowing what it means." Jennifer admired the woman's dignity. Even desperate, she wanted transparency. "The blood work and IV fluids are covered," Jennifer said. "There's a foundation that helps families, exactly like yours." Emma's eyes filled with tears. "What foundation?" Jennifer panicked internally. She was making this up as she went. "The Linda Walsh Foundation," she said. thinking of her mother. It's specifically for single mothers with children facing medical emergencies. I've never heard of it. It's very new, very quiet. They don't like publicity. Emma studied Dr. Walsh's face carefully. Something felt different about this conversation. But her daughter needed help. "Thank you," Emma said finally. "I don't know how to thank you." "You thank me by taking care of that beautiful little girl." 3 hours later, Sofia's fever had broken. The IV fluids had helped enormously, and the blood work showed a simple viral infection. Nothing serious, nothing that wouldn't resolve with rest and time. "Can we go home, Mommy?" Sofia asked, sitting up in bed and looking more like herself. "Yes, mi amor. We can go home." Dr. Walsh came in with discharge papers and a prescription for children's Tylenol. "She should be feeling much better by tomorrow," Dr. Walsh said. "Bring her back if the fever returns, or if you have any concerns." Emma looked at the prescription, already calculating the cost. "Doctor," she said quietly, "I work at Tony's Diner on 47th Street. I don't know how to repay what you've done for us, but I could cook for you, clean, whatever you need." Jennifer felt her chest tighten with emotion. "That's not necessary. It is for me," Emma said firmly. "I don't take handouts. I work for what my daughter and I receive." There was such dignity in the statement, such pride. "Actually," Jennifer said suddenly, getting an idea, "there might be something." Emma looked up, hopefully. "I've been looking for someone to help with meal prep and light housekeeping. I work long hours at the hospital, and I'm terrible at taking care of myself." This was actually true. Jennifer's apartment was a disaster, and she lived on takeout and hospital cafeteria food. "I could do that," Emma said immediately. "I'm a good cook, and I'm reliable. $20 an hour, flexible schedule around your diner shifts." Emma's eyes widened. $20 an hour was more than double what she made at Tony's. "Are you serious?" "Completely serious. I need someone I can trust." Jennifer scribbled her phone number on a piece of paper. "Call me tomorrow, and we'll work out the details." That evening, in their tiny studio apartment in Queens, Emma tucked Sofia into their shared bed. The fever was completely gone, and Sofia was chattering about the nice doctor with glasses who had helped her feel better. "Mummy, was that doctor an angel?" Sofia asked sleepily. Emma smoothed her daughter's hair.
"What makes you say that?"
"She looked like an angel. And she helped us when we needed help most." Emma thought about Dr. Walsh's kindness, the mysterious foundation that had covered their bills, the job offer that seemed too good to be true. "Maybe she was," Emma said softly. "Do you think angels use stethoscopes?" Emma laughed softly. "I think angels use whatever tools they need to help people." Sofia snuggled closer to her mother. "I love you, Mummy. I love you too. Mi vida, more than all the stars." As Sofia drifted off to sleep, Emma stared. Tomorrow she would call Dr. Walsh. Tomorrow she would start a new job that could change everything for them. But tonight, her daughter was safe and healthy. Jennifer Walsh. If anyone found out, she could face serious professional consequences. But when she thought about Sofia's small hand in her mother's, and the way Emma had fought to maintain her dignity even in desperation, Jennifer knew she'd made the right choice. Her phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. "Dr. Walsh, this is Emma Rodriguez. Thank you again for everything today. I'll call tomorrow about the job. Sofia is feeling much better. You truly were our guardian angel today. Mena, Emma, Jennifer smiled and typed back. I'm so glad Sofia is feeling better. Looking forward to working together. She looked around her messy apartment. Empty pizza boxes, medical journals scattered everywhere, laundry piling up. Maybe this arrangement would help them both. 3 weeks later, Emma's life had transformed in ways she'd never imagined possible. Working for Dr. Walsh, Jennifer, as she insisted Emma call her, was like stepping into a completely different world. Jennifer's apartment on the Upper West Side was beautiful but obviously neglected by someone who worked too much. Emma had thrown herself into the job with characteristic determination. She meal prepped healthy dinners for the week, organized Jennifer's medical journals, and deep cleaned every room until it sparkled. But more than that, a genuine friendship was developing between the two women. You don't have to fold my clothes, Jennifer had said, coming home to find Emma organizing her bedroom closet. It's my job, Emma replied. Your job is meal prep and light housekeeping. This goes way beyond that. Emma paused in her folding. In my family, when someone helps you, you help them back. Completely. You saved my daughter's life. I didn't save her life. She had a viral infection. You saved our life, Emma corrected. Mine and hers. This job, this money, we can actually think about the future now instead of just surviving today. Jennifer understood. She remembered her own mother's face. The day Jennifer got her first scholarship letter, the relief of knowing the struggle might finally end. Emma, can I ask you something personal? Emma nodded. Sofia's father. Is he in the picture at all? Emma's face hardened slightly. No, he made it very clear he didn't want to be a father, offered to pay for an abortion, and disappeared when I said no. I'm sorry. I'm not, Emma said firmly. Sofia and I are better without him. We take care of each other. Jennifer admired that strength, that complete dedication to her daughter's well-being. Sofia is lucky to have you as a mother, and I'm lucky to have her as my daughter. The breakthrough came during Sofia's first visit to Jennifer's apartment. Emma had needed to bring Sofia to work one day when her regular babysitter got sick. She'd been nervous about it, worried that having a 7-year-old in Jennifer's pristine space might cause problems. Instead, Sofia had charmed Jennifer completely. Are you really a doctor? Sofia asked, wide-eyed, when Emma introduced them. I am, Jennifer said, kneeling down to Sofia's level, the same way she did with her young patients. Do you help kids feel better? That's my job. Sofia considered this seriously. That's a really good job. Mommy says helping people is the most important thing you can do. Jennifer glanced at Emma, who was watching the interaction nervously. Your mom is very smart, Jennifer said to Sofia. She's the smartest person in the whole world, Sofia declared, and the best cook. She makes these things called empanadas that taste like heaven. Jennifer laughed. Heaven empanadas? That sounds amazing. I could make some for you, Emma offered quickly. If you'd like them, I would love that. And that evening, Jennifer found herself sitting at her own dining table, which she normally used as a desk, eating the most delicious empanadas she'd ever tasted, while Sofia told elaborate stories about her stuffed elephant's adventures. Dr. Jennifer, Sofia said seriously during dessert, do you have kids? No, sweetheart, I don't. Why not? Sofia. Emma warned gently. It's okay, Jennifer said. That's a fair question. I've been so busy with work that I never really thought about it. You should think about it, Sofia said matter-of-factly. Kids are the best thing ever, even when they get sick and worry their mammoths. Emma blushed. Sophia, eat your flan. But Jennifer was thinking, watching Emma and Sophia together. She saw something she'd never experienced. Unconditional love, complete devotion, a bond that nothing could break. For the first time in her adult life, Jennifer wondered what she might be missing. A month later, Jennifer made a decision that surprised everyone, including herself. I want to reduce my hours at the hospital, she told Dr. Patterson, the department chief. Reduce them? Jennifer, you're one of our best residents. You're on track for chief residency. I know, but I want more work-life balance. Dr. Patterson frowned. What's brought this on? Is everything okay? Jennifer thought about how to explain. How could she tell her supervisor that a 7-year-old girl and her mother had shown her what she'd been missing? That all her professional achievements felt empty compared to the warmth of sharing a meal with people who genuinely cared about her. I'm just reassessing my priorities, she said. Well, think about it carefully. Opportunities like chief residency don't come along often. But Jennifer had already thought about it. She wanted time for relationships, for the family she was beginning to build with Emma and Sophia. Yes, family. That's what they were becoming, in all the ways that mattered. The crisis came unexpectedly, the way crises always do. Emma was preparing dinner in Jennifer's kitchen when her phone rang. The caller ID showed Sophia's school. Miss Rodriguez? This is Principal Martinez at Sophia's school. Emma's blood ran cold. Is Sophia okay? She's fine, but we need you to come pick her up immediately. There's been an incident. What kind of incident? Sophia got into a fight with another student. She threw her lunch at him and pushed him down. Emma was stunned. Sophia was the gentlest child imaginable. She wouldn't hurt a fly. There must be some mistake. Miss Rodriguez, I need you to come in so we can discuss this. Emma hung up and immediately called Jennifer at the hospital. Something happened at Sophia's school, she said, her voice shaking. They're saying she got in a fight. Jennifer, that's not like her at all. I'll meet you there, Jennifer said without hesitation. You don't need to. Yes, I do. We're in this together. Those words, we're in this together, made Emma's chest tighten with emotion. When had anyone ever said that to her about Sophia? At the school, the situation became clearer quickly. Sophia sat in the principal's office, her small face streaked with tears, but her chin raised defiantly. What happened, mi amor? Emma asked, kneeling beside her daughter's chair. Tyler said something mean, Sophia whispered. What did he say? Jennifer asked gently. Sophia looked up at Jennifer with grateful eyes. He said that people who can't afford things are stupid and poor, and that's why I don't have a dad. He said my mommy probably cleans toilets because she's not smart enough for a real job. Emma felt rage burn through her chest like acid. And then what happened? Jennifer continued. I told him my mammy is the smartest, hardest working person in the world, and she takes care of me all by herself, and that makes her a superhero. And he laughed. So I threw my apple at his stupid face. Jennifer had to suppress a smile. And then he said more mean things about how I probably don't even know who my dad is. So I pushed him down. Principal Martinez, a stern woman in her 50s, looked disapproving. Sophia, violence is never the answer to verbal conflicts. Tyler was being mean about my mommy, Sophia said stubbornly. That doesn't justify physical aggression. Jennifer stepped forward, Principal Martinez, what consequences is Tyler facing for his verbal bullying? We'll be speaking with his parents about appropriate language, but no formal consequences. Well, no, words aren't the same as physical actions. Actually, Jennifer said in her calm doctor voice, psychological bullying can be far more damaging than physical confrontation, especially when it targets a child's family situation. Emma watched in amazement as Jennifer calmly but firmly advocated for Sofia. Dr. Walsh, I'm Sofia's pediatrician and family friend, and I think it's important to understand the full context here. Sofia was defending her mother's honor against cruel and classist attacks. That may be, but school policy is clear about physical altercations. And what's the policy about creating a safe environment, free from bullying? Principal Martinez looked uncomfortable. We'll speak with Tyler about his language. I think you should speak with Tyler's parents about teaching their child basic human decency, Jennifer said coolly, and perhaps examine whether this school is creating an environment where children feel entitled to mock their classmates' family circumstances. Emma had never seen anyone defend Sofia, defend them, so eloquently and firmly. After a brief suspension for Sofia and a promise of conversations with Tyler's family, they left the school together. Dr. Jennifer, Sofia said as they walked to Jennifer's car. Thank you for helping me. You stood up for your mom, Jennifer said. That was very brave. Mommy always says, family protects family. Jennifer looked at Emma over Sofia's head. Your mommy is absolutely right. That evening, the three of them sat in Jennifer's living room. Sofia curled up between Emma and Jennifer on the couch. I'm sorry I got in trouble, Sofia said quietly. You're not in trouble with me, Emma said, stroking her daughter's hair. You defended our family. That's what we do. But maybe next time, use your words instead of your lunch, Jennifer added gently. Sofia giggled. The apple was really squishy anyway. As Sofia dozed between them, Emma looked at Jennifer. Thank you for what you did today. At the school. You don't need to thank me. I do. No one has ever stood up for us like that before. Jennifer met her eyes. I meant what I said. We're family now. Family protects family. Emma felt tears prick her eyes. Jennifer, I know this might sound crazy, Jennifer continued softly, but these past 2 months have been the happiest of my life. Coming home to dinner, prepared with love, having Sofia's drawings on my refrigerator, having people who actually care if I've had a good day. I've never had that before. You've given us everything, Emma whispered. A real job, financial security, respect. You've given me something more important. You've given me a family. They sat in comfortable silence for a moment, Sofia sleeping peacefully between them. What happens now? Emma asked. Now we keep building this life together, Jennifer said. All three of us. 6 months later, Jennifer Walsh made another decision that surprised everyone. She turned down the chief residency position. I don't understand, Dr. Patterson said. This is what you've worked toward your entire career. Actually, it's what I thought I wanted, Jennifer corrected. But my priorities have changed. Instead, Jennifer opened a small family practice clinic in Queens, not far from where Emma and Sofia lived. Her specialty, providing affordable health care to families without insurance. The Linda Walsh Foundation became real, funded by Jennifer's savings, and eventually by donations from other doctors who believed in the mission. Emma became the clinic's office manager. her warmth and bilingual skills making her perfect for helping other struggling families navigate the healthcare system. Sofia, now 8, spent afternoons at the clinic doing homework and charming patients in the waiting room. "Dr. Jennifer," she announced one day, "when I grow up, I want to be a doctor just like you." "Just like me?" "Yes, I want to help kids feel better. And help my miss not worry so much." Jennifer looked at Emma, who was organizing patient files nearby and smiling at their conversation. "That sounds like a perfect plan," Jennifer said. "And maybe," Sofia added thoughtfully, "I'll have a little girl just like me, and you can be her abuela Jennifer." Emma laughed. "Sofia, you're 8 years old. You don't need to worry about children yet." "I'm just planning ahead," Sofia said seriously. "Family is the most important thing, right? So I want to make sure our family keeps growing." Jennifer felt her heart expand. Our family. 1 year after that first emergency room visit, Emma Rodriguez stood in Jennifer Walsh's apartment. Their apartment now, all 3 of them, preparing Sunday dinner. Sofia sat at the kitchen counter, doing homework, while Jennifer helped her with math problems. If Dr. Jennifer has 12 patients on Monday and 8 patients on Tuesday, how many patients did she help in 2 days? Sofia read aloud. "What do you think?" Jennifer asked. Sofia counted carefully on her fingers. 20. Excellent. And if each patient felt better after seeing Dr. Jennifer? How much happiness did she create? Sofia grinned. Infinite happiness. That's not a math answer. Jennifer laughed. But it's the right answer, Sofia insisted. Emma watched them together and marveled at how much their lives had changed. Not just financially, though the security was wonderful, but emotionally, spiritually. They had become a family in the truest sense, not through blood or marriage, but through choice, through commitment, through love. "Dinner's ready," Emma announced. They gathered around the table, the same table where Jennifer used to eat alone, staring at medical journals. "Can I say grace?" Sofia asked. "Of course, mi amor." Sofia folded her small hands seriously. "Thank you, God, for giving me the best mommy in the world, and for sending us Dr. Jennifer when we needed help the most. And thank you for making us a family. Amen." "Amen," Emma and Jennifer said together. As they shared the meal Emma had prepared with love, Jennifer thought about the conversation she'd had with Dr. Patterson that afternoon. "How's private practice treating you?" he'd asked. "It's exactly where I'm supposed to be," she'd answered. And it was. Here, with Emma's laughter filling the room and Sofia's endless chatter about her day, Jennifer had found something she hadn't even known she was searching for. Purpose, love, family. Sometimes the greatest miracles came disguised as ordinary Tuesday afternoons. Sometimes angels did use stethoscopes. And sometimes, when you opened your heart to help someone else, you discovered they were helping you just as much. "Dr. Jennifer," Sofia said suddenly, "can I tell you a secret?" "What's that, sweetheart?" Sofia leaned closer, conspiratorially. "Before we met you, I used to pray every night for God to send us someone who would love us and help us. And then you came to the hospital that day." Sofia. "So I think you're the answer to my prayers," Sofia finished matter-of-factly. Jennifer looked across the table at Emma, whose eyes were bright with tears. "Actually," Jennifer said softly, "I think you both are the answer to mine." Outside, the New York City evening was alive with the sounds of traffic and life rushing by. But inside their home, 3 people who had found each other against all odds sat surrounded by the warmth of chosen family and unconditional love. And that was its own kind of miracle. The end.